assistance. Soldier, I need assistance. Maybe we can help each other out.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Marga Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone. As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored in the testing area on B4. Listen, let's help each other. I want to get out of here, and you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card. To get there, exit this room and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317. soldier!
I wouldn't mind a few upgrades. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal. Good luck on B4.
Resemblance to any known life forms. There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. A substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Its property is in a constant state of flux.
September 18th, 1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase velocity and maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo. Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections of antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
That's good. Very good. Please use the intercom over there so we can begin. What the hell are you doing? You do not have clearance for that. Stop that immediately. Enough! Go back to the intercom and follow the protocols! What a fine specimen you are.
Who are you?
Strange. I thought they would have briefed you. Semantics. I'm Dr. Mabden, head of weapons research. Today's experiment will focus on time loop weaponization.
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
Why wouldn't we? Think of what we could accomplish. Did you notice the newly designed hardware around a time loop? This is why you are here, not to ask silly questions. If I were you, I would concentrate on surviving the different protocols. Now, let's begin.
Okay, let's do this.
Good. The first protocol has been engaged. Come back to the intercom once you're done. Now get ready. Your competency is refreshing. Good work.
All right, I'm ready.
The second protocol has been activated. Good. You survived. Good work.
Let's go.
Here they come. I'm surprised you got through this one. Excellent. Good work.
I'm ready.
Now, this one might be tricky.
This better be the last one.
This is the last one. Promise. It wasn't that bad now, was it? Good work.
Are we done?
Indeed we are. I have collected the necessary data. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. You are dismissed.
Good work. You've retrieved the Keystone bridge.
January 3rd, 1993. We have done it. Time Loop Alpha 1 is operational. For the first time, certain aspects of a time loop are under our direct control. Years of planning have finally paid off. Synaptic modulators are stable, and limbic pulse generators have already confirmed our theories that entities can be generated at will. We will begin testing the optimal frequencies to induce each entity variant. Agent training protocols should be greatly enhanced as a result. The complete weaponization of the technology remains out of our reach for the near future. We are, of course, still bound by the 33-year cycle. Additionally, a proper emotional catalyst remains necessary to the time loop's formation. This requires a great deal of precise social engineering. Overcoming these limitations will be the major area of focus during the next phase of the project.
Thanks for helping me escape.
Are you gonna be alright?
I'll be just fine. The intervention forces are on their way. They'll clean up this mess. I'll have a lot of work to do, though. Fixing all the systems. I'll have to run diagnostics to determine what went wrong. I don't know what's happening to this country. I've been living here since I set foot in Hadia. I can tell you a lot about what's happening in the Auriga Museum, but the NDA attached to my contract with Operation Moloch is pretty scary. They had us work in silos. All the research departments are entirely segregated. One of my coworkers was a massive history buff. He managed to get his hands on some local books. Books he found were censored. No Haitian was allowed to read the contents. He slipped them out of a repository in another SEAL Council complex he worked at before being transferred here. He wouldn't shut up about them. He was fascinated by this one ruler. Her name was Lady Margaret. This isn't the first time these creatures have shown up in Hadia. It's all over their history. This ruler loved her people, wanted to protect them from the creatures. So she had them build a massive underground city. It's in Argola somewhere. He went on to explain that it wasn't the only place. There's thousands of underground ruins all over Hadia. It's because of her. I don't remember the details. But Lady Margaret died under tragic circumstances. I told him to stop telling me all this stuff. He eventually got transferred. Now, I find myself wanting to know more about Lady Margaret. What else is new? Both sides are identical. It's pretty debilitating if you genuinely think about it. Only people who are the same can reach such a point. The line is drawn in the sand, cutting through grievances and insanity. Both sides of the line are utterly convinced that the other represents an absolute menace to everything they considered sacred. Now, where have I seen this before? Their mission here always felt a bit peculiar. I can't quite put my finger on it. Don't get me wrong. The country needed peacekeeping operations, but something felt off. I arrived in the country right when the temporary legislative alliance broke at the seams. I couldn't help but notice how tense the Zeal Council supervisors were. Everything started feeling more precipitated. Not long after, the ON peacekeepers arrived in the country, and all the higher-ups began breathing again. I don't think they were scared of a possible civil war. As far as I know, the Zeal Council needed the bloodshed. No. Something else was making them anxious. Something related to all our cumulative work. I made it a point never to mingle with the locals. That's just setting yourself up, especially when you're considering what you're doing to them. There's a reason you don't name the animals in your lab. It gets personal. A line has to be drawn. I know this guy from medical who got involved with the local. She was a palamist. He met her in a small village. He was assigned there to set up some equipment, before the big day. He got reassigned out of the fields into a lab. He kept in contact with her. But when the war broke out, he lost it and he tried to find her. What an idiot. He's out there looking for her. At first, I was terrified of them. What the fuck am I looking at? After a while, though, you start getting used to them. Then they just become a part of the job. They're amazing, aren't they? They immediately became terrifying again when they got loose, but it was still amazing, right? To think they may hold answers to some of our most pressing questions. It'll take some time before they make Riga Museum safe again. I guess I'll be reassigned to another lab in the meantime.
I made it out thanks to my little friend here.
You alright?
Yes. I haven't seen the surface in a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Although I doubt that will be soon. The debriefings I'll have to endure will take some time. They'll want to know what the hell happened down there. From what little I've seen of Hadia, it seems to be a special place stuck in time. When I was on leave before the war, I walked the streets in Lublina. It was like I had used a time machine and arrived in another timeline. It was a strange sensation because I couldn't pinpoint the exact period. Walking on the street, you feel like you're in medieval times. Then you turn the corner and are suddenly propelled into the 1950s. I didn't mingle much with the locals, not my style. I prefer tinkering with machines. I hardly set foot outside this place since the war started. I'm not missing much from what I've heard. I know our people have their part to play in this mess. You probably know more about it than I do. The operatives in the Oculus Division are masters at creating conflict and have their fingerprints all over this war. Funding extremists, targeted assassinations, false flags, you name it. How do I know all this? Well, I was married to an operative. Aside from what is said about them in the news and newspapers, I know little about them. The peacekeepers have tried their best to delay the war, but it was a lost cause. The Oculus Division made sure of that. I don't know much about the Sabinians. I only know what the higher-ups told us in the briefings when we first arrived. However, I got a small sample when I went out on leave. I got a well-deserved weekend pass one time. I used to get those before the war. I spent it in Lausalus, the capital city in Asteria. I was enjoying my caffeine-infused beverage in a small cafe on the corner of a busy street. I'm curious and I love gossip, so I discreetly listened to a few conversations. I do that purely to entertain myself. At first, the conversations were run-of-the-mill exchanges. These are mainly complaints about work, teachers being too strict, deadlines, overtime, being too tired, a suspect husband, and the everyday anecdotes you might hear anywhere. Then, a news report comes on. The cafe fell into a silent hush. I don't remember what it was about, but when it was over, all you could hear were complaints about the palamists. Some conversations went as far as suggesting to kill them all. It was surreal. The change in attitude was almost instant. I don't think the news realizes the power they have. Or do they? I've never met any palamists, and if I did, I didn't notice. There is one place I would love to visit. It's in the heart of the Palamist province of Argola. It's the capital city of Trisk. Some who went on leave there told me it was stunning. It has some of the oldest castles, friendly people, and the best restaurants in Hadia. I know, it sounds like a commercial, but it's what everyone says when people come back from there. I hope it survives the war. I want to visit Trisk if ever I get a weekend pass again. Well, that's probably unlikely. The Cerebrum Division was partly created to study, examine, observe, and dissect them. It's why most of us are here. That old time loop we found in the ancient part of Auriga Museum played a significant role in studying the entities. Why do you think your drone can distract them? We discovered that the entities emit specific frequencies. We have yet to find out why. However, I figured out how to scramble their signal. I built the emitter inside the drone to interrupt the entity's frequency waves, temporarily confusing them. I'm still working on an emitter that doesn't cost too much energy and can last longer. As you know, those few seconds are precious for a soldier. I'll get on that as soon as this place becomes operational again.
Thank you for helping me down there.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will be, as soon as I leave. I won't be working for these people anymore. I hope you use that Amin prism I gave you. Those poor people did not deserve such a fate. Hadia is gorgeous. I had the privilege of visiting some cities before the chaos. A few weeks before Palamists and Sabinians started killing each other, I was assigned here in Auriga to that psychopath, Dr. Mabden. They turned the entire country into their science experiment at the expense of all citizens of Hadia. For what? Progress? Science? This isn't progress or science. This is genocide. The Zeal Council orchestrated the whole thing. I don't know all the details, but I intend to play along for a few more weeks, steal some files, accumulate evidence, and then leave. I already have some, but I'm going to get more. I want to blow the lid on this whole operation. Someone has to pay for this. The Peacekeepers were used to time everything perfectly. God forbid the Palamists and Sabinians start killing each other at the wrong time. And what if the ON finds out? Nothing will happen. Nothing. The people in charge of this operation control everything. Think of something, anything. They either own it or have created it. That's how far this goes. Sabinians want what most people desire in life. Freedom. I remember reading a few articles about it. When that dictator died, Sabinian politicians wanted a democracy, a free market, and to rejoin the world. The Palamists wanted the same thing. Their inconsolable rift seems to lie in the nitty-gritty details of their history. I'm not sure I fully understand why they hate each other. I guess you need to be born here to understand why. Then again, I'm not sure the Hadians know why anymore. I can't help but have a soft spot for the Palamists. I see a lot of me in them. They remind me of my family back home. Close to the earth, strong family ties, and religious to the bone. If I ever get out of this mess, I'm going straight to the family farm, where I'll devour my mom's home-cooked meals. I'm still trying to figure out where the creatures are from. Weapons research, pharmaceuticals, biotech, and medical research are all working in silos. Each department concentrates on its own thing. There is no sharing of information or breakthroughs. I guess it prevents us from doing what I'm about to do. Blow the whistle on this whole operation. I grabbed as much stuff as possible when I got out of there. There is something they are not telling us. We know the time loops are a doorway, enabling the creatures to enter our world. We know this occurrence happens every 33 years on the 1st of January at midnight. What is opening the time loops? And to what end? Whatever it is, it's something I haven't seen yet.
nothing about the workings of the real world!
I will never forgive you and Father. I've played a part in your guilt.
Let me know if you need more information on something. Let me know if you want more information.
What am I supposed to do with this Keystone?
We must return to the Limbic Forge and insert the Keystone in its groove.
I sent my men on snipe hunts. Unless you poke the bear, you shouldn't encounter any OMSEF operatives.
Much appreciated.
I can't keep this up much longer. My men are beginning to suspect something.
We should meet.
I need more time. Too many pieces are left on the board to attempt such a high-risk move.
Let us know if we can help.
My window is closing. Next time I contact you, I will be ready to make my move.
She'd be a good asset.
Sounds like something I would say. For your story?
Yes, she's privy to a lot of information. More importantly, you'd have someone watching your back out there. I feel bad enough as it is, sitting safely inside while you risk your neck.
I think you've given plenty for Queen and Country.
It was a car bombing. All because I wrote the truth.
Everyone's a critic.
No! No! Ziad! Deep down, I always knew I would never see him again. But part of me still had hope. This is what I hoped I'd never have to see.
Mr. Atticus is the coolest. That's my superhero symbol. You met Mama? That's the ring I made for her. Well, what does that mean? Is she coming back soon?
Sethris gaze upon you, stranger. If not for you, I don't think I would have survived the journey here. I think Mika, Dag, and I will be okay here. Thank you.
My son has returned, and I hear you had something to do with it.
How's Atticus doing?
He's a Cadell. He'll pull through. The road to his recovery will be long and difficult. And I'm not talking about the body. I'm talking about the mind. The things he's seen, endured. I'll be there for him every step of the way.
What purpose did the tower serve?
If I were you, I would avoid that place. I forbade my sons to even go near it. The tower is haunted and cursed. I know it sounds silly, but it happens to be true. No one knows who built it or what purpose it served. Hadia has many ancient sites and monuments, most of which are protected by strict heritage laws. Sometimes the past should remain undisturbed.
How are things?
Mere words cannot express the joy I feel. He's all I have left. You have my sincere gratitude for helping him return home. He helped these poor souls get by when he barely had anything. He's a true Palamist. I'm so proud of him. The Saab soldiers never found my reserves, so there's plenty of food to go around.
Thank you so much for helping with the truck back in Vista Hills. I brought everyone willing to come. None of this is easy for anyone. But at least they'll be safe here.
Do you know anything about the tower?
Please don't tell my father about this. But my brothers and I used to go there when we were kids. We were always trying to find a way inside until we heard the scream. A high-pitched screech that made our blood run cold. We never went back after that.
How are you holding up?
It's so good to see my pops again. I wish it were under better circumstances. I still can't grasp that all my brothers are gone. Doesn't feel real. sources. 1 journalist is a tragedy. 2, a curious coincidence. 3, that's a pattern. I have a responsibility to protect my family. They didn't choose to pursue this story. I did. I can't put them at risk by continuing to dig into this. I can't help but feel that I'm betraying my integrity as a journalist. The truth deserves to be heard. I can only hope that someone braver than I can expose it.
How did you get in here? Did you see those fucking things? What the fuck, man?
Who are you?
I'm Bliss. I worked here. Yes. I'm a file clerk. The pamphlet said, come... Wait, no, that's it. Come experience the ecstasy of relief. What a joke. Whoever came up with that slogan should get fired. Enjoy our nightlife, our restaurants, our theaters, and our culture, it said. Yes, the fabulous Jahanian culture. Look at that culture now. Killing and raping their Palamas neighbors. People they've known all their lives. One day, they just got out of bed, broke into their homes as they slept, and chopped their neighbors' heads off. Preferably in front of their family, because, you know, they have to keep things classy. And then slip back into bed as if nothing had happened. That was the new normal. The next day, they felt all satisfied and shit. They would choose a new neighbor, and the cycle would continue. The new Leafian culture. And people wonder why I take this shit. It's in all of us. I mean, it's as much in you as it is in me. Some call it the serpent. Let me tell you this. All the rules, the laws, the codes, and our civility, it's all put in place for one simple truth. To keep the serpent in check. To keep it tightly shackled, locked away at the back of our minds. This is the unspoken truth that no one ever tells you, but I'll let you know. Deep down, everyone shares this dark desire. We want to set the serpent free. The ecstasy of letting our emotions run free cannot compete with people's miserable, mundane lives. This is our actual state. Our true nature, all of us. We are made of pure, unhinged barbarity. Man, where did they go anyway? It was fine having them around, but where the fuck have they gone now? They were here, and we locals started doing a bit of killing, and a bit of raping, and then they ran off. That's not cool. It's when we needed them the most. What the hell, man? It was the first time Haitians saw people from different countries. That was sweet. Even though they were fucking useless. Speaking of them running away from Haiti, there's something behind that. I'm sure of it. Did you notice? Of course you did. You put 2 and 2 together, right? The minute they were gone, say it with me, the minute they were gone, the fucking creatures appeared. Fucking right they did. Coincidence? No fucking way. I'm from a profoundly religious Sabine family. There's a lot of us. Contrary to what any Palamish son of a bitch would have you believe, or any snobbish Sabinian for that matter. They make it sound like all Sabinians woke up one day, burnt all their sacred katas, and danced naked around the pagan pyre. May his eye protect us. Leith was filled with Sabinian churches. Lablina has even more. Of course, you don't hear about that. What you do hear, though, is how open-minded we are. The only open minds you can find at Leith are the cracked skulls of Palamist bastards. Brains spilled all over the streets. I might have split open a few myself. The stuff you can do with just the heel of your boots. Oh, what's there to say? I was okay with them. I was okay with them until I let the serpent take hold. Why? I have some family who live in Argola, right on the Jehanian border, in the Palamist village of Hetel. After Yankel's death, ethnic tensions started brewing in Hetel. In the local school, they began segregating the Sabinian kids. My nephew had the misfortune of writing a love letter to a Palamist girl that evening. The girl's dad beat my 14-year-old nephew so severely that to this day, he's still eating through a tube. Which ones? Palamists? Sabinians? Or do you mean the new ones creeping around all over the place? Wanna hear the wildest shit ever? The night they appeared, the creatures, right? Bloody New Year's Eve. I'm in my apartment. It hadn't been blown to pieces yet. I'm coming back down from my high. I pulled the curtain to get some air. On the street, I saw some Sabinian thugs, armed to the teeth. They had themselves some Palamists, and they're fucking ecstatic. A man, probably the husband, was lying in the middle of the road. Next to him, the Sabinians were dropping cinder blocks on his wife's head. Repeatedly. And that's when it happened. It was as if time had slowed down or completely stopped. And then I felt it. Or more precisely, I felt nothing. All my feelings and emotions had gone. I never felt so at peace. My thoughts were so clear, so precise, uncompromised. Then, in a flash, the thugs and their Palamist prey got engulfed in a weird, sphere-like, wobbly thing. And all my pain, sorrow, confusion, and hatred came crashing back. I went back to bed and shot up again.
Where is your book restoration department?
Huh? Book restoration? Yeah. We have a department for that. Basement. It's in the basement. That's where Locke works. I like him. He's a straight shooter, wearing that yellow jacket.
Where can I find Locke?
Oh, shit. We were running. I was running with Locke. Fuck. Away from those things. He fell near the cafeteria. Oh, I left him. I left him there locked. I left him there and locked the door behind me. Here. Take the key if you think you can make it.